day, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Frankly Speaking by Dr. Sanjay Modi. This is an initiative by Definitive Homeopathy to address all the queries pertaining to homeopathy, to its principles and practice. We have been getting an overwhelming response from many homeopaths that these episodes are actually helping them tremendously to clear their confusion, which had not been cleared for many years, including mine. And we just want to say thank you for all your love and your support. For those of you who are watching this episode for the first time, Dr. Sanjay Modi's mission, I would say it is his mission, and he's made it his mission, believes that when the practitioners, when I'm saying practitioners, the homeopathic practitioners' confusion gets clarified, they get confidence in the pathy or the system of medicine that they have learned and that they have been practicing for many years. And subsequently, they don't just survive in their practice, but they flourish in their practice. So here in these episodes, we put up questions to Dr. Modi that have been on the minds of many homeopaths and have been asked either on the Facebook page or have asked Dr. Modi personally. And so, sir, the question today is, many people, I mean, when I say people, I mean homeopaths, have heard you speaking on webinars or even, making statements that you have lost faith in homeopathy principles. Now, that's a big one, but I repeat, the question is that people have heard you say that you have lost faith in homeopathy principles. Can you explain that, sir?
Well, the fundamental principles, as taught to us till now, are the law of similia, the law of simplex, and the law of minimum. Now, it is not that I have lost faith, but I feel that the above principles, as they are, they are not up to their mark. By which I mean that they are flawed principles. Now, for me, Dr. Roberts' enumeration of homeopathic principle in chapter 6, titled Homeopathy and Fundamental Laws, is like a half-baked recipe.
Mm.
You'd ask me why do I say like that? So let me take you through some basics again. Because unless we, understand the basics, we'll not be able to have a good, structure built up. So the base has to be strong. So why do we, have principles? Is what we need to look into. Then why do we have principles? Now let us look to advantages of a solid principle. So what are the advantages that you gain when you are with following good principles or solid principles? See, principles are like building blocks. They set up the foundation on which the system rests. So they are like foundation pillars, over which the whole system will stand. So even when earthquake come, it will have to be strong enough to withstand the tremors and the pressures of the natural calamities also. Just like that, our principles also are our foundations. That's the first part of it. The way principles function is by providing us, sets of truth which cannot be compromised.
Mm.
So are you with me?
Yeah.
They provide us with sets of truth which cannot be compromised at any cost,
Hmm.
because they provide us with tools to evaluate our thought and action. A good set of principles are those that enable you to make decisions very quickly,
Yeah.
even if the situation we are facing is completely new. Guiding principles are critical to create long term consistency within the
Hmm.
system. And you may not refer to those guiding principles daily, but they are useful to ensure that a long term culture of the profession is not eroded by decisions made for short term convenience.
Hmm.
So whatever decisions that we take on, they cannot erode onto the old culture that has been established for years together of the
Yeah.
system, because they provide strong foundation to support the system. They channelize the followers of those system.
Yeah.
Principles are primarily, to achieve standardization and uniformity amongst the
Hmm.
profession. And if I am able to add it, they would clearly demarcate practitioners, genuine practitioners, from what Dr. Hahnemann called the mongrel sect.
Hmm.
So therefore we cannot take the concept of fundamental principles lightly,
Yeah.
for all the above reasons that we are talking of. But you know do we currently observe that we see exactly the opposite of what has been said above in our profession? We don't have a foundation, we don't have a consistency, we have eroded our long term culture. There is no standardization, there is no uniformity amongst the profession. So what are the disadvantages of a flawed principle or a laid back principles, is what also we need to look through. Because by accepting a flawed set of principles, we reach to flawed conclusions. And having no principles to guide, you know it leaves us vulnerable to be swayed by the current fashion trends, unable to make consistent or wise decision, especially in the face of new difficulties, challenges, or questions. Flawed principles give rise to division and fragmentation in a profession, since there is something intrinsically incorrect within those principles. And this is what is all currently happening in homeopathy. That is why I say that the principles as laid down by Roberts are misleading and creates ambiguity amongst the practitioners of homeopathy. Currently practicing homeopathy, or practicing homeopaths relying on these principles find themselves lost, as if following an uncharted course where everyone is at liberty to do what one wants.
That's right.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
So I think that the principles of homeopathy have not been clearly understood nor defined correctly. Otherwise, the outcome wouldn't have been so disastrous. And I certainly say that if Dr. Hahnemann's advice is followed regarding the principles as laid down in Organon of Medicine, it would clear a lot of confusion and conflict from the minds of practitioners of homeopathy. and it fulfills all the above criteria of good principles and eliminates the drawbacks of flawed principles. It will definitely put homeopathy on a chartered course. Now, we have to understand a little. This is just trying to make it a little more simpler. If you see that, when you drive through a road, there is already a set road. So, uh, everybody can follow that particular thing. And nowadays, Google is there. So you just put in the map and you just move around. But let's say, you want to take a ship or a flight. Now, there is no chartered course as such. But in spite of that also, you know millions of people reach their destination for years together, though there is no road in the sea, or there is no road in the on the sky also. But still, flights will reach you from A to B destination in time, as told and as prescribed. And the same thing is about a cruise or a ship liner or whatever. Now, this is what I don't see happening in homeopathy. We all start from a point, and then we are all lost in the midst of reaching our destination, and we don't reach to our destination. So that is why I said that these are all because we have taken up flawed principles, and there are certain very clear indications which Hahnemann has given. If we pick those up, then we will be on a charted course. It's like uh, what you call magnetic compass, which will keep guiding you. It will not let you go off track. It will keep you on track. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Wow. I'm just speechless by, what you've just said. I I wouldn't have dared, even think that, something in Roberts could be misleading, or, some other homeopaths, what they come out with their own version of things could be misleading. Because everybody makes everything sound so scientific and so real, but very, very hard to practice. You ask me, and I can tell you, I'm 31 years in practice, but it has been hard, not a clear journey. But it has been so awesome just listening to you, and it's given me a lot of courage, Dr. Modi. You can't believe how much courage it has given me just listening to you and reading your book. I have this book here, which on accurate homeopathy, which is written by Dr. Sanjay Modi, and I have not been asked by him to market this book, okay? But this is my own initiative, because I have regularly read it, and even in this morning, I could actually review one of my cases with the potency selection, and it's really, really helped me. Because before that, you kind of are in this boat where you're swaying. You think, go by intuition, or you're going by what you heard, but nothing really structured to put your foot down into. And I really thank you, Dr. Modi, that you are brave to come out like this, and talk like this, and giving a lot of us the courage and the hope to go back to basics, rather than being impressed by all these things that have been built on the foundation. But those things that are built on the foundation may not be the real thing, but may look good, but may not be actual truth. And many of us get distracted and swayed by these things, and get lost, as you said, really. So the answer today is go back to basics, get back to the organon and the principles written by Dr. Hahnemann. So thank you once again. We so appreciate you for all your efforts that you've put in and all the work that you've done. And it's going to help me and a lot of practitioners like me around the world to find the truth and practice homeopathy in a real scientific way. Hey, if you are keen on seeing some more videos and episodes of Dr. Modi, I would say visit the Facebook page of Definitive Homeopathy. Leave your comments and questions, and guess what? Dr. Modi will answer every question of yours. He will take time, think, analyze, and he'll be back in further future episodes of Frankly Speaking by Dr. Modi. And thank you for watching. Good day and goodbye.